Hey guys, Pro1701 here, and today we're going to talk about classic Doctor Who Steelbooks and I think the dangerous kind of template trope they're falling into with their steelbook design. Because I've noticed most of the steelbooks coming out now have a very similar theme, and it's a little disappointing, despite the steelbook still being good. It's just a little disappointing that they've kind of settled on this one template they're always going to use, and that's going to be the TARDIS on the front, possibly with some villains in the story around it on whatever planet area they're on, and then on the back, the Doctor and maybe the Doctor and some companions from the back looking on the TARDIS. It's just, there's so much you can do with these steelbooks, and there's so much you can do with just the with your imagination making these steelbooks, that I hate to see them fall into this trope of each steelbook kind of doing the same idea over and over and over. It just gets a little old to me. And the steelbooks still look good, but I don't like on the back when it shows the Doctor looking on. It kind of makes sense in Evil of the Daleks, because that does happen in the story. But someone like Fury from the Deep steelbook, when the seaweed is pulling the TARDIS down, that doesn't even happen in the story. The TARDIS isn't even really in the story. There's no reason for the TARDIS to be on the cover. Even though it still is a neat idea, it doesn't make sense in the story. That, and I don't like the Doctors looking on from their back, because here's the shot you see on the steelbook is this. Seeing this on a beautiful steelbook doesn't impress me. Who wants to watch me do this entire video just sitting like this? It's so uninteresting. I don't want to see that on a steelbook. This is okay. I don't really care for the pastel colors, but it doesn't even happen in the story. It's just there to have the TARDIS on the front, because that's what they do now. And then them looking on right here, that's not interesting. And they don't look panicked at all. They're just looking on like, well, crap. It just, it's so uninteresting. I don't like this steelbook. So uninteresting. Now, I liked it with the Macrotera one, because that was the first one that really did it, and I just love the Macrotera steelbook. But it's become kind of a trope that they're doing with them now. Web of Fear does it. And don't get me wrong, I love the steelbook. The back's not bad. I do prefer this over the companions looking on. But it's just, that's all they're doing now with them. Even Evils looks gorgeous. But it's getting tropey, it's getting overdone. And I think you can lose out on some potentially good ideas falling into this trap in this mindset of, okay, the TARDIS is on the front, put some villains around it, and on the back, we're going to have them looking on from this view. Galaxy 4 Steelbook does this too, which again, the Galaxy 4 Steelbook looks gorgeous. I have it on pre-order. I love the way the colors pop on it. I don't want them to get into that mindset that all the Steelbooks have to look like that, or else you're going to miss out on some beautiful Steelbooks. I love this Power of the Daleks Steelbook, and it's done totally, totally different. And you have the TARDIS on the back. And that is just a beautiful, beautiful steelbook. I got this steelbook after it became a little harder to get this steelbook. I think I paid like $80 for it, $80 US dollars. And it was worth every penny. I love this steelbook. And then even the Faceless One steelbook, while I'm not the hugest fan of it, and it does still have the TARDIS on the front, it is a really unique design. It's kind of based off the postcards, the old postcards from the time, which do play a part in the plot of the story. And I like that it's something different. While I'm not the biggest fan of the steelbook as a whole, I like the fact that it does something different. And I would like to see more of them do that. For example, if we get Abominable Snowmen next year, which we're all pretty sure we are, I don't want to just see the TARDIS in the front on the snow and maybe a Yeti on the back, like Web of Fears, despite Web of Fears being good. Or the TARDIS team, a bunch of Yetis surrounding the TARDIS on the front and the TARDIS team on the back doing this. I want, what they should do? Just take the vinyl for Abominable Snowmen and make that the steelbook. Because the vinyl release of Abominable Snowmen is amazing. It is creepy and scary. It's got a Yeti on the front. He's kind of raising up like this, if I remember right. And you can't really see his face. You just see these two dot eyes glowing out at you from just this black abyss right here as it does this. It really does give you, the Thing vibes, the 1982 Thing vibes. And it kind of reminds me of the poster for the 1982 thing, which is a great poster to a great movie. You know, it's very creepy and scary, and it has the TARDIS on the back of the vinyl, like the vinyls do. Make that the Steelbook, and I am sold. Or do something like that. Have a Yeti looking intimidating and scary with the wind blowing around him on the front, being creepy, making the story look like, oh, this is gonna be a good one, a classic Doctor Who tale, and then just have the TARDIS on the back. I just want them to do something different with it. I am firmly convinced the Steelbook for Abominable Snowmen is not going to be as good as the vinyl for Abominable Snowmen. I've resigned myself to that, but I'm definitely willing for the BBC to prove me wrong. Definitely willing. Make it creepy, make it scary, give me something good. And then I want to see them do just different things with it. I get why they don't put the Doctor and Companions on the front, because that doesn't seem to go very well with the standard releases with the animation. But, you know, I like the idea of, if you have a story with some good villains like the Yeti, have them on the front looking threatening and larger in life, and then have the TARDIS on the back the way the vinyls do. Just something to change it up, or do something creative like the Power of the Dalek Steelbook and the Faceless One Steelbooks. That's really neat that they took those creative ideas. I just kind of want that, instead of the classic series Steelbooks falling into that trope of TARDIS on the front, wherever it, you know, landed wherever they are, maybe some villains around it, and then the Doctor on the back with his companions doing this, because I don't really want to see their backs on a Steelbook cover. So that's my thoughts on that. I didn't know if anyone else had noticed this, or maybe anyone else had some issues with this as well, and maybe wanted them to kind of change it up a bit, just so they don't limit themselves in that narrow mindset. So I'd like to know what you think of this video and my thoughts, so comment down below. I always enjoy hearing from you guys and finding out what you guys think. Other things to do, click the like button. Click the subscribe button. We are over 550 subscribers now. Thank you very much to all of my subscribers, new and old. I'm very excited to see the channel growing. Click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I do one every day. I also have a Patreon. If you like what I do and would like to support what I do, as I do import a lot of stuff since I live in the States, there is a link to my Patreon down in the description below. Check that out. Most importantly, though, thank you for watching.